My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Leos. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For this evening, I'm going to be doing your general love reading, your 5-card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 24 red roses as a token of my love and appreciation for your love, support, and devotion towards my channel. And thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful evening as well. So, this 5-card love reading includes where the first card represents you, the second the other person, the third the relationship, fourth the past, fifth the future. Then I'm going to draw a Vampire Oracle for you, and then Favole, and one card from the French Tarot deck of Le Tarot Interdit Vampiria. Let's get started with card number 1, and you get 9 of Pentacles of Abundance. I'm mostly getting the ones who are single, but you could always still be in a long-term relationship or what have you in other ways, but it just shows that you pretty much just enjoy being in a luxurious lifestyle. And of course, who would ever want to blame the king or queen of the jungle, right? Or even if the entire zodiac. So I just feel like that this card is pretty much what you want, desire, crave, or what you're hopefully living in. I mean, you could also have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo placements. But the thing here is that, you could definitely come across as even an abundant person as well. You can pretty much just practically just be this octopus that pretty much just has connections everywhere, networks everywhere. You're practically all over the place. It's like maybe you just have different areas and environments that you pretty much are, known for, from different locations, right? So you could just have so much even internal knowledge, love, support, respect, where you pretty much come across as somebody's, saying, I love being with this Leo because this Leo is just pretty much so abundant in my life, and I would really just hate to lose this person. And you probably just have so many amazing qualities that just a lot of humans either are so jealous about or they admire, about those things, and that's why they love having you in their lives. So, but let's see who the other person is or could be. 2 of Swords. Okay, now let's look at the single Leos for a moment. Because, let's say that you are an abundant person. Let's say that you have everything going for you except for love or romance. So I too see you actually making this big decision on whatever and whichever, path, voyage, quest you're going to be going down towards and stuff like that. Of course, you could also have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini placements as well. But I see that, you come across as this very abundant individual, and you can pretty much just be making this big choice and decision. Do I want to stay in this situation? Do I want to head out? Do I want to be with this person? Do I want to be with that person? Stuff like that. I mean, that's what I think. Well, you being a luxurious individual, and I love calling my beautiful felines, luxurious, is because, you can actually call the shots on, being whoever you want to be with, because it's like, have that one phrase, beggars can't be choosers. The thing is it shows that you're the one that kind of, can, will call the shots on anything. But it could also be how you're an abundant individual, but this person is also in the process of choosing if they want to be with you or somebody else. Sad but true. That could also, cause, some form of problems and stuff like that, because the relationship, 8 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, the thing is 8 of Swords, if you're in a single position and then because sometimes when you have too many choices and stuff like that, that could cause one to feel, how can I phrase this? Overwhelmed in other ways, where you might just think, oh goodness, I just don't know who to choose from. There's so many wonderful, beautiful candidates out in this world, and I just don't know if I, who is really the king to my queen or the queen to my king and stuff like that. But it could also be how, you're worried, that this person, who can have many choices and opportunities is not going to choose you. And that is what could also put you in a sense of uneasiness as well. Or another angle is that, maybe you are definitely in a metaphorical tower and stuff like that. And maybe, this person is wondering how this person is going to try to divorce from you as well. Hopefully not. I mean, who would ever want to do something to our beautiful felines? Because in the past, you got 7 of Pentacles, so there was already hesitancy taking place. So I feel like that whatever's going to be taking place, it's like, maybe that's what's kind of putting you in this uneasy feeling, because if there was already hesitancy, because you are definitely a fixed sign, if there was already something that was causing you uneasiness, you are definitely already in charge of the whole situation to decide what you want to actually head off towards and stuff like that. And the thing is, it's like, if you were already hesitant from the beginning, I'm afraid, but I would also say this in the silver lining way, that it might not improve, because the thing is, it's like usually, your gut instinct, your mindset, as long as you've already weighed out the pros and cons, you pretty much already have good insight about any kind of negative event that took place. What makes you think it's going to get better? Of course, there's no guarantee for any outcome, that just because you felt hesitant in the beginning, that there's a guarantee it's going to be like this. But, the point is, it's like, I would definitely always kind of listen to what you personally want. Make the choices and decisions based off of your own internal feelings and thoughts, to verify that with yourself, to say, do I want to be in this situation? Because, let's say that you come across as this rich, successful, abundant individual, and this person is going to be heading off towards you, but yet somehow you already deep down inside realize, well, this person is mostly out for my fame and fortune and wanting to be in a position like me, rather than just actually loving me for who I am. Though I do see movement, fast movement, motivation and inspiration in the future regarding the Chariot. Cancer energy, so you might end up with a Cancer, maybe you personally have Cancer placements, but I do see some form of choice and decision that you've made and that you're going to be heading off towards in the future. So I feel like that, even though it comes across as a bit on the vague side, since it is just a general reading and not aimed at anybody in particular, the point what I want to make is that, I do see that you have, decided on something, and, your motivation is pretty much right there as a Chariot. So I feel like that, we'll choose whatever you want and then just hope for the best, right? Because Oracle says rebellion, upstart, tumult, and revolution. So the thing is maybe, you feel like that there was so many tumultuous situations taking place, regarding this relationship, regarding the past, that now you pretty much just think, what, I've been there, I've been, through all the drama and problems regarding relationships and other humans and stuff like that. Now I'm going to be heading out and doing whatever I want. I'm going to be actually creating my own revolution. Yes, I'm going to come across as being rebellious, being the anti-hero maverick type of person, but who cares? Why should you allow other people to have any kind of control or saying over your current situation? What makes other people's interpretations and senses way better than your own thoughts, right? So I feel like that, do whatever it is, take all it in and stuff like that, but always choose how you personally want, and then you'll have your own sense of revolution on whichever direction that's going to be guiding you towards. Self-Volley wants to continue with King of Masks, also known as King of Wands. So this is you. Confidence, strength, bold, Leo energy, or you could also end up with a Leo in the future as well. But either way, I just feel like that for the single ones, that you're going to be strong and confident. Maybe you do have like, Leo and Cancer placements, maybe with air placements and stuff like that. But I just see, that you're going to be in a strong, confident position, because that's what you want to do. If you want to be with somebody, be with somebody. If you want to be single, be single. There's no 1 + 1 = 2 answer for anything, regarding a complex topic as relationship, courtship, what have you, in other ways as well. But this is going to be one of your beautiful cards in the future waiting for you. And the Tarot Interdit Vampire wants to finish off with Cavalier d'Argent. So this is kind of like the page of Pentacles. So what I see here is, it's like there's definitely going to be some kind of offering. Maybe you're going to be offering something, but there's definitely you heading off towards, some kind of offering, or there's going to be an offering heading off towards you. But you're going to be in your beautiful, King of Masks, King of Wands kind of mindset. So I think you pretty much already know exactly what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, because you're definitely fixed. It's like the lioness having, your eyes on the prey or target of whatever it may be. So, but there's going to definitely be some kind of offering, because the way how this one vampire is extending her hand saying, well, will you follow me and stuff like that? Do whatever you personally want, and just as per usual, hope for the best, because there's no guarantee for any outcome. It could, will be any kind of outcome from an 8 of Swords, but maybe you're kind of worried about any kind of offerings, because it could eventually become an 8 of Swords. But I do see that there's something heading off towards you, but I would just choose what you personally want, even if it is considered, some kind of rebellious or act of yours, from the rebellion card. So, Anyway, sad but true, I'm going to have to leave it at this for my beautiful Leos. But if this reading resonated for Leos, Leo placements out in this world, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel for more vampire knowledge, stuff like that. Well, next week I'm going to be doing the Macabre Tarot, so please feel free to stay tuned for that, because I'm going to help you guys overcome your fears, whichever, whichever, tarot, able reading you guys want. Because if you even get a chance to watch, the little introductory, where I actually, give you guys a general sample of what, each, different type of reading is about and stuff like that. But other than that, so please feel free to stay tuned for that. But anyway, as per usual, thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful evening. And again, take excellent good care of yourselves in so many ways.